What seemed like one of the most stable relationships in Hollywood has taken an unexpected turn. Ryan Reynolds, the charismatic actor who has built his career on humor and charm, now finds himself at the center of a storm. His own wife, Blake Lively, has reacted with fury after a series of accusations that could change everything. The shocking part is not just the controversy itself, but the hypocrisy that has been exposed. How is it possible that the same man who so vehemently defended his wife is now being accused of similar behavior? The relationship between Blake and Ryan seems to be on shaky ground, and according to close sources, all of Hollywood is taking note, stay until the end. Because what you're about to discover could mark the beginning of the end for one of Hollywood's most beloved couples. Ryan Reynolds has always been seen as the perfect husband. When Blake Lively filed her lawsuit against Justin Baldoni for harassment, Ryan was the first to publicly defend her. He condemned Baldoni's alleged behavior with indignation and made it clear that he would not tolerate any disrespect toward his wife. But things have taken a complicated turn with an unexpected twist of events. Recently, Ryan was exposed due to a story he told jokingly during an interview. The actor admitted that he once found himself staring intently at a woman breastfeeding her baby in a hotel. It wasn't just a passing glance, but prolonged behavior that could have made the woman uncomfortable, as if he was mesmerized by the scene. Social media erupted when people realized this was exactly the kind of behavior Blake Lively had accused Baldoni of. How can Ryan condemn another man's actions when he himself has done something very similar? Criticism quickly followed, and now Ryan's flawless image is at risk. Blake Lively did not stay silent in the face of this revelation. According to sources close to the actress, her reaction was one of absolute anger and frustration. She has spent months fighting Baldoni in court, building a narrative in which she presents herself as a victim of harassment. But now, her entire case could lose credibility because of her own husband. Behind closed doors, Hollywood is beginning to question Blake and Ryan's sincerity. Did they truly care about the case against Baldoni, or was it just a media strategy? The press has already started highlighting contradictions between their public statements and their private lives. For Blake, this isn't just a blow to her image, but also a serious issue within her marriage. Ryan, who once stood as his wife's ultimate defender, is now seen as someone who acts according to convenience. Rumors of tension in their relationship have surfaced, with some insiders claiming the couple is going through one of their worst crises. The scandal has not only affected Blake and Ryan's relationship, but has also had repercussions in the industry. Ryan Reynolds is one of Hollywood's most recognizable faces, and his good guy image has been crucial to his success. But with this controversy, things could change. Companies and brands that have worked with him are now reconsidering their partnerships, fearing that his reputation could damage their own. Even within Hollywood, several figures have started distancing themselves from the couple. Blake Lively, who was once seen as an actress with a flawless image, is now losing support in the industry. One of the clearest signs of this distancing is Taylor Swift's attitude. For years, Taylor and Blake have been close friends, sharing moments together and presenting themselves as an inseparable duo. But after the scandal, Taylor has remained silent. She has not issued any statements of support for Blake or interacted with her on social media. This has led many to wonder if Swift is trying to protect her own image and avoid getting caught up in the controversy. If even Blake's closest friends are stepping away, what does that mean for her future in Hollywood? For years, Blake and Ryan were considered the perfect couple. They showcased an image of love, complicity, and humor on social media, winning over the public with their dynamic. But this carefully constructed image seems to be crumbling. Blake now faces the possibility that her lawsuit against Baldoni could lose strength, and Ryan is being called out for the same behavior he condemned in others. The media has already begun speculating about potential problems in their marriage, with some outlets suggesting that their relationship might not survive. This scandal, could this be the beginning of the end for Hollywood's most admired couple? Meanwhile, the public remains divided. Some defend Ryan, arguing that his comment was just a joke with no bad intentions. Others, however, see it as a clear example of hypocrisy. What's certain is that the damage is already done, and both Ryan and Blake will have to find a way to restore their public image. But with so much evidence against them, is that even possible? Ryan's scandal has completely split his fanbase. While some argue that his remark was taken out of context, others cannot ignore the hypocrisy behind his words. On social media, hashtags like Ryan Reynolds cancelled and Blake Lively hypocrite have gained traction. Couples who once idolized them have started deleting posts about them, a sign that their public image is rapidly declining. Even on streaming platforms, projects featuring Ryan have begun receiving more criticism than usual, which could impact his future in the industry. The biggest problem is that so far, neither Ryan nor Blake has issued an official response. Their complete silence is only fueling speculation and leading the media to theorize about what is really happening behind the scenes. If they continue ignoring the issue, the crisis could spiral out of control faster than they imagine. The fallout from this scandal is not just affecting public opinion, it could also have major repercussions on both actors' careers. Ryan Reynolds has several upcoming projects, including the highly anticipated Deadpool 3 announcement. But now, with his reputation under scrutiny, Disney and Marvel may have to make a tough decision: continue supporting him or distance themselves to protect the franchise. 4. Blake. The situation isn't much better. In recent years, she has been working to establish herself as a producer and director, but this scandal could damage her credibility in the industry. Hollywood directors and producers have begun expressing private concerns about associating their names with the actress. Some rumors even suggest that certain studios are reconsidering projects involving both Blake and Ryan. If the scandal continues to escalate, they could go from being one of Hollywood's most beloved couples to becoming liabilities for the industry. The impact of this controversy remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: Hollywood rarely forgives an image crisis like this. Another detail that has caught the public's attention is the reaction of their closest friends. In the past, celebrities like Taylor Swift, Hugh Jackman, and Sandra Bullock have publicly supported Ryan and Blake. However, since the scandal broke, none of them have made a statement in their defense. Taylor Swift, who has been one of Blake's closest friends for years, has avoided mentioning the topic on social media. Hugh Jackman, known for his playful friendship and rivalry with Ryan Reynolds, has remained completely silent. Even at recent events where the couple would usually receive unconditional support, there has been an atmosphere of coldness and distance. This silence from their colleagues has led many to wonder: do they know something the public doesn't? Or are they simply waiting to see if the scandal dies down before taking sides? If even their closest friends refuse to defend them, the situation could be even worse than it seems. With all the media pressure on them, some outlets have begun speculating that Blake and Ryan's relationship might be on the brink of collapse. Close sources claim they have been having intense private arguments, especially after the scandal exploded on social media. Blake, who has worked hard to build her image as a strong and independent woman, feels that Ryan's controversy has undermined all of her efforts. Ryan, on the other hand, is not used to negative scrutiny and has avoided discussing the issue publicly. There have even been reports that the couple is spending less time together, with Ryan focusing on his projects and Blake trying to salvage her reputation. In Hollywood, when a couple starts drifting apart, it's often a prelude to divorce. If the media pressure continues and the crisis remains unresolved, it wouldn't be surprising if Blake and Ryan decide to part ways in the near future. Are we about to witness the breakup of one of the most iconic couples in entertainment? Only time will tell.